Okay, so first we see how we can create the Docker Hub account. So let's search for something called Docker Hub here. Okay, and here you see there is something called hub.docker.com. Click on this, and here you can say sign in if you have account. Otherwise, you can give the details. Okay, so whatever email ID you want to give, and that you can give here. So first you need to create account like this. Okay, so what it do is it will send the detail on your account. So you need to check from your mail. So this is for verification, and then you can verify it, and you can proceed with the login here. So now let me explain what exactly is this Docker Hub. So Docker Hub is an external registry. There can be two type of registry. One is internal registry, one is external registry. External registry or registry in general is a place where we put all our Docker images. Okay, because this is not hosted at our premises, so we call it as an external registry. If you host something at your premises, means in your office only, then you call it as the internal registry. So that is the concept, and you can create your own registry. When we go into the Docker section, we will see that thing in detail. So now if you see here, let me explore, let me talk about this. So this is the home page, which you see here. You see like Docker desktop, build cloud. Okay, so all these things are coming here, different things, setting. Then if you go to something called hub here on the left side, you see explore option come. Okay, so here how to build AI agent faster with Docker Compose, complete detail you can get, E2B, Docker trusted AI, all these things you can get here. These are related with the AI. Then you see there is something called repository. So this is important for us, repositories. What all repositories are there? So like we used to create a repository in GitHub, same way in Docker Hub, we can create the repository for us. Okay, so as of now, you see like create a repository, Docker Hub basic, and then language specific guide is there. If you see hardened images means secure images. Okay, hardened means like they are secure images. So you can click on this and see like which all images are already there. So Docker only publish a few images here. So if you see here, like I can see something called Redis Helm chart, caddy, dart, okay, traffic, php, tomcat, all these you see here, these are something which is hardened image. Collaboration, you can also collaborate on Docker Hub. You can also push your images here. So as of now, because we have not done anything here, so it is showing blank. Setting wise, default privacy, if you see here whether it should be public or private, you can choose that option that you want to make it as a public or private. Notification also you can set here that okay, off or on or failure. If you want to take the enterprise plan, then like you will need to pay the money. And then users point of view also, you can see all the detail that how many things, how many images you are pulling. So when you use the Docker, in that Docker we run the command Docker pull. So with Docker pull you can pull the new images on your machine, like Jenkins I want to pull, Prometheus I want to pull. Okay, so Ubuntu I want to pull. So from here I can see that thing. And then if you see here, this is the storage, that okay, whatever repository I'm making here, how much space I am using in that thing. Now, if you see here, the next part is this MCP servers. Again, it is related with the agentic AI only, or with the Gen AI only. Okay, so now if you see here, there is Docker desktop for doing that thing here. Okay, now say for example, if I go to the home here, I can go back to home. Okay, I can do different, see here, Docker guidance. I can click here. It can tell me that, okay, complete documentation is available, how to use that thing. These all things you can go and check here. So what we're going to do is we will actually create our repository here, and then we will start. Here you see search, Docker Hub is there. Now these options are coming. One is Docker hardened image, Docker official image, verified publisher, and sponsored OSS. Let's say if I say Docker official images, see here, so what all images are coming? Memcache, Nginx, Busybox, Alpine, Redis, everything is coming here. Okay, so say for example, if I say Jenkins, let's see if Jenkins is coming. So it will show you whether Jenkins is there or not. So it is saying yes, it is there, but it is deprecated. To pull this image, you just need to write the Jenkins colon LTS. So if I click here, it will show you the details of this file. And you see like pull number of pull also it is showing you here, correct? And if you see here in the tags, if I go, I can see the tags. Okay, so it is for Linux AMD 64. So everything you can see from here. Okay, deprecated all the things also it is showing you, complete documentation is available which you can use. And here you see this is the command, direct copy command. So if I use this command Docker pull, if I have some machine and if I install Docker in that, and if I do the Docker pull, then I should able to pull this image. Okay, so Docker Hub is very important. Okay, so as of now you have seen that, okay, we actually created our Docker Hub account. Now we have our own username and password. Okay, so if you want to use it in any of the tool like GitHub Action or in Jenkins or in any other places, then you can use in this way. Okay, so first Docker Hub account you need to create, username, password, everything you need to create. Once you are ready with that, then you can proceed and move to the next steps. Now our Docker desktop or Docker Hub is ready. That account is ready. So I can go here in the GitHub and I will create one more repository. Okay, so I will say that GitHub action Docker repo maybe. Okay, so this I am making here, and then I will say create repository. Okay, again now I need to pick this SSH URL so that I can clone this repository. Okay, so I'm copying this link, and the next thing what I need to do is I need to go to my git bash, and then I need to say git clone, and then I need to paste this thing here. I have configured multiple users, so that's why I'm changing it like this. If you are already not aware about how to clone the multiple users for SSH, please go back and check my video. Okay, this is a very important point. If you are working in organization, it is not directly just copy paste and clone the things. You may need to go and configure the multiple users. So here, if I go, this is my repository. Okay, so now I am inside my repository, which I have created. Correct. So now, first thing which I need to do here is I need to actually create the file called app.py, which will be our main file, application file. And in that, what I do is I will just put some basic code, which I told you, multiplication code, and I will save this file. Okay. Once that part is done, then I will actually create one Docker file. And again, in that Docker file, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to write all the instructions that, okay, which layer I want to use from work directory, copy, and which command, which CMD command I want to run here. Once I'm done with these all things, what I'm supposed to do is I need to go and create something, like dot GitHub folder actually. Okay, so I will say make directory -p. Okay, dot GitHub. Okay, I told you that for GitHub action, this we need this folder we need. So I will go to this folder. Okay, so I am now inside .github and then a workflow folder. And then now what I do is I will create something called main.yaml file. Okay, that will be our main file here, and that I need to create. So I will say vi main.yaml. And in that main.yaml, what I do is I will write my code. And in this first step is I will say the Docker CI/CD pipeline. It will run on the branch main. Okay, so in this case, in my case, my branch name is different. So what I do is I will change this to master. Then job will run on Ubuntu here. Okay, first step will be check out of the code. Then I will do login to the Docker Hub. I need to do the configuration of username and password in GitHub as of now, which is pending. Then I will run the command docker build -t. -t is the tag. Okay, what tag it will take? It will take this tag and colon latest. Okay, and then push Docker image, Docker push again. This will be the tag, whatever we have given in this step. Okay, so this I am doing here in this step, and then I will save this file. So as of now, if I show you, okay, so here I don't have anything else. So this main.yaml file is here as of now. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to actually do the setting in the GitHub repository, which we haven't done till now. So I will go back to this place in my repository. And in GitHub repository, as I said, I need to go to something called settings, and then in setting there is something called secrets. Okay, so there is something called secrets and variables here. You see here secret and variables. So secret and variables are there, and in that you see something called actions is there. Okay, and now what you can do here is you can actually add something called Docker username. Okay, so you will say that, okay, this is my secret. So these are the variable. Okay, so if you want to add some variable, you can add environment variable here. So this is my secret, so I will say secret here, and you will say that, okay, this is my username. Okay, and what I do is I will add my name of the user here. So what is my username here? Stack Architect Lab. Okay, so this I have given, so I will give Stack lab. Okay, so as soon as I will add this, okay, it will show you like this, and you see it is not visible. Okay, same way I will say new repository secret, and this time what I do is I will add the password. Okay, and the thing is, if somebody try to log in here also, say for example if I make this as a public and somebody try to access my repository, then also people will not able to see that thing. Okay, so now let me just quickly add a password here. Okay, so I've just added the password here, as you can see here. Okay, so it is not visible as you see. So now I have complete structure, app.py I have, Dockerfile I have, main.yaml I have, all these entries, whatever was required, Docker username, Docker underscore password, that also I have now with me. So now what all steps I need to do? I need to actually do the commit part. Okay, I need to push the things to the repository. That is what I'm supposed to do now. Okay, so that I will do. And for that, what I need to do is I need to send my code to the staging area first, correct? So I will actually say that okay, git add dot, then git commit hyphen m. If I do the git status here, let's see what will happen. Okay, so why it is happening? Because I am not on the exact location. I am in this folder only, and I am doing git add dot. So from this location only, it is seeing the things, correct? So that is the problem. So you need to make sure that you are in the right location. So this is the main place from where I need to do the things. Okay, this is another mistake generally people do when they do the git related work, and then they get the error, and then they face problem in identifying that where the error is coming. So here you see now everything is green, and I can now say that okay, git commit hyphen m, and then maybe any message I can put here. I will say that okay, I have added something, I have added my git action code, or I have added something like Docker CI/CD pipeline, whatever you want to say, you can say. Let's say for example this is the one. Okay, now what I need to do is I will say git push. So now I have done it. See what I did is this command is required in my case, git branch hyphen m master. Okay, because mismatch is there. My remote branch has the master. Okay, and I need to tell every time that okay, this is master. That is the first thing. Second thing which I need to tell that okay, my remote branch, like it show there as git at the rate github.com, and then it show all these things, correct? But in my case, because it is cell github, so I need to actually add again my remote add origin. So that is the one thing, and after that it is same thing. In your case, if you are working on only and only one user, then in that case it will be same like any normal git command. You don't need to do this modification. In office environment, obviously you need that thing. Okay, you can go back in my previous video and you see that if why I am doing this thing in detail. But as of now, if you are working with only one user, then the only thing which you need here is three commands: git add dot, then git commit, and then you will say that okay, git push origin master. That's it. Okay, so these all things you need to do, and then automatically it will push the things to the remote repository. Okay, now when it push the things to the remote repository, it is very interesting for us to see that what exactly is going on there in the remote repository. So here if I go, let's see, actually it got executed also in the meantime. It seems success in 32 seconds. And now if you see here build and push, you see setting up of job is happening here, correct? Then after that, if you see here the checkout of the code is happening. Okay, everything from GitHub action, it has completed, it is done. Then after that, log into the Docker Hub. You see login, logged in into the Docker IO, login succeeded. Then build the Docker image. It has actually created the Docker image here. It is creating the image, everything it has created. You see like exporting, second step, third step, exporting to the image, exporting layer. This is the writing image. This is the actual image which it has created. Okay, and then push the image, final image, Docker image to the Docker Hub. The same image you can use for the deployment. Okay, so if you want to do the deployment of this image in any container, or in say for example in Kubernetes, or in Elastic Kubernetes service in AWS, or Azure Kubernetes service, or in Google Kubernetes engine, everywhere you can use this image. Okay, which I'm talking about here. Now the next thing, if you see here, is the post login to Docker Hub. You see cleanup is happening here. So complete cleanup is also happening here, and then it has completed the job. So how we can verify this thing? I can simply go to my repository here, okay? And if I click to my repository here, so I can see here that Stack Architect Lab, my app, this new image I can see now, okay? So this new image, I got it. And from where I got it? Using GitHub Actions CI/CD pipeline only. And you see like complete detail also, you can see what all things are there: cmd python 3 working directory app, copy app.py. So all commands whatever we have executed, actually you can see it is there. Some additional commands are also there which you don't need to know as of now, because these are some environment setting and other thing which Docker created at its time. Okay, so this way we can actually create the complete CI/CD pipeline using the using GitHub action and Docker, and it is very, very important. Many time when I take the interviews, I see that people struggle in doing the same demo, or they haven't worked on this type of project. But trust me, if you can explain this project well during interview, I think there are sure chance that interviewer will get impressed that yes, you have ample knowledge about CI/CD concepts, Docker, and the latest technology, which is the Docker desktop, GitHub Action. Sorry. Okay, so this thing which I'm talking about is very important. Just please go and check the recording, previous recordings also please check, so that it give you better understanding. Again, like I always said, if you have any question, queries, feel free to connect with me. Okay, and as I said, 26 year of experience I have, and any help if I can do for you, not only here in the session, but in your interviews, in cracking your interviews, in you mentoring, coaching, I will be more than happy. Just share your thoughts in stackarchitectlab@gmail.com. You can connect with us on Instagram, YouTube, X, Facebook, or Telegram channel also you can join, and where you will get all the updates. Okay, on that note, let me end this session, and happy learning to all of you. Bye bye.